that the coaching staff placed in you to convert that third down into the game and win it, knowing if you don't convert it, they're going to have time to go down and tie it or win it. How good does that feel that your coaches have that much faith in you?
I mean, it feels great, you know what I mean? But I think it goes back to our guys in general, right? You know, we've been prepping that play all week, and you know, they gave us the advantageous look for it. The guys did a great job. Gian did a great job getting out of the backfield. The O-line did a great job selling it. So, you know, I told him to give me the ball, but it was more about the guys up front and the guys around me. So, you know, possibility.
How important was these first down runs to make it 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 to the game plan all night? Because you guys did not go away from it. You kept getting those short yardages on first down to set up your third down success.
Yeah, you know, that's an important part of the game, right? You know, stay in positive field position, and then you know, give the ball to Jam, right? You know, great having him back. The guys up front played their tails off, man. You know, I'm super proud of them. We challenged them all week. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we said we're going to try to run the ball against these guys, and you know, it's going to open up everything else. And you know, they did a great job. I'm so proud of Wilkin, and then you know, guys like you know, Will Sanders and Gino and Jackson Lloyd coming in, Michael Carroll, you know, those guys up front, and then, you know, we just have so much depth, man. Like, I'm just really proud of those guys. They're awesome.
They've won 33 games in a row here. How aware of that were you, and how does it feel to end this streak?
I don't think we were aware of that at all, honestly. I knew they were a really good team, and it was going to be a hostile environment. You know, we did our job, and that's what, you know, we kind of made sure that we were very intentional through everything we did. But you know, we're going to enjoy this for 24 hours, right? And then we got, you know, a business trip, you know, next weekend, right? You know, we owe these guys, you know, another one. So.
Talk about the defense. They were able to get like a bunch of key stops late in the game.
I mean, I'm so proud of those guys, man. Like, I know I'm saying proud a lot, but like, I seriously am. Like, you know, we challenged everybody all week. Like, you know, we know what happened last year. We know we gave them life in the second half. And we played complimentary football, man. Like Coach Womack, you know, and all the defensive staff, President Craig D-Law, having TK back was huge. You know, they got stops in the offense, needing them the most. You know what I mean? And that's how we play, right? You know, we play complimentary football when, you know, the offense, you know, we didn't convert on a couple third downs, right? You know, flip the field position because we trusted our defense, and they played their tails off, man. Like, I'm just so proud of those guys and how they led, and how they played, and that's, you know, the mentality we keep all season.
You talked looking forward to the ball in case we have that pass. How hard is he working this weekend?
Yeah, he's worked really hard. You know, he told me all week, he was like, you know, make sure you give me a good ball, make sure you give me a good ball. I was like, man, make sure you catch it. You know what I mean? So, you know, we've been prepping that for a long time, and I'm just glad the big guy got it and made a couple of moves.
You talk every day.
Yeah, no, he did a great job. He was just making sure that he was going to be able to move. Ain't that right, big guy? Got that ball and started moving.
How did you guys resharpen your edge, Ty? Coach talked about that from the FSU game. That coming off this point like that you guys just were able to resharpen as you did.
Yeah, I just think, right, we had a chip on our shoulder. We know that we didn't play up to our standards the week one. And you know, we just came back as a team, right? And we were like, all right, what are we going to do now? You know what I mean? Like, that's over. Do we want to be, you know, known as the team who, you know, doesn't finish, doesn't, you know, sustain competitive stamina, right? Or we're going to play with our chip on our shoulder? And, you know, we said it all week, right? Us against the world. Like, us, when we walked in that, you know, in Athens, right, between the hedges, it was us against a, you know, bunch of Georgia fans, right? And that's the kind of mentality that we have to have throughout the season, right? It's Alabama against everybody.